Hi, welcome to Blue Flame Tarot. This message is for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, for the next 48 hours. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information is in the description box below. Just take what resonates and you can leave the rest. If you like the video, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting the cards down. Okay, fire signs. So from here up are your spiritual team's messages. So that's ancestors, guides, guardians, deities, elementals, whoever is working with you in this incarnation to reach your soul purpose and potential. So the central cards are the most to emphasize, so I'm going to start with those. So we start with compassion. So there's a significance to this card, because it's an indicator of you being a healer. You incarnated at this time to assist in healing humanity. And you see those hands kind of glowing over the earth. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so the central message is that they're pointing out that you're a healer. That's kind of the center of your gifts, talents, and abilities, or what they're moving you into. And there's this kind of compassion or newfound compassion kind of coming on the scene. And, you're having a new reaction to people. You're seeing these reactions through the eyes of the divine. Okay? And it's coming with conflict. So there's this energy of a storm brewing. There's this energy of being in the boat on these kind of torrential waters and handling it like a pro, but there is this kind of energy kicking up. So there could have been some difficult circumstances that really refined you and really prepared you for this role as a healer, or stepping into your healing abilities and talents and gifts. We have banish your demons. Banish your demons. So it may be a time to work on the shadow, to kind of integrate the shadow, to not run and hide from your shadow, but to integrate that in a way that you don't go too extreme to the light and it's like this unbalanced, ungrounded kind of energy. We have manifest. Yeah, well, to manifest, you have to be grounded, okay? We have dreams, journal, moon, and sleep. So kind of a water energy with that manifestation card. So I feel that it's like in your spiritual practices, you have this kind of meditative energy that is very much water-like, earth-like, okay? So there's this growth in you spiritually, and you're kind of looking to the other elements to see how they can benefit you in manifesting your dreams. And we have successful career, so it's working, or it will be working. We have happy working environment, pay raises, and promises. Okay, with the sigil. So you have your eye on success, but you're going about it in a different way. You're going about it in the spirit. You're using your spiritual tools to help manifest this, which I think is awesome. And then we have remember who you are. So your ancestors, these are ancestor cards, are wanting you to kind of remember the core of who you are, not to change based on the environment that you're in, but to have this authenticity. Okay, and that'll keep you grounded and humble, is what I'm getting. And we have the Two of Wands. We have the helping God, love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. So we have this spiritual intervention in these situations where in the past you might have acted more out of your survival skills or more out of a fire energy, like shadow aspect, not your light aspect, but maybe reacting. reacting to people behaving in a certain way. But this is saying that through love and wisdom, you have victory over those who would attack you. So you're taking this new approach, or they're wanting you to. Okay, that's why this message is being highlighted. It's like you're using this meditative space to reflect on patterns, what has worked for you in the past, what has not worked, what is repeating patterns, subconscious programs running, what is, so you're processing, in this place of stillness, and which is good, it's benefiting you. Okay, and there's this aspect of not sacrificing yourself for others, not overworking, not doing all the work is what I'm picking up with that message. So with the next stack, we have home as the central, as the main card. Okay, so this could involve the home, or this could be issues surrounding the home. Okay, this could be your desire to kind of have a stable, warm, inviting, healing kind of home. And it's coming with milestone. So there's this achievement, okay, that you're experiencing. And it may be that in the work that you're doing, you're feeling very at home with that work. It's feeling very natural to you. Okay, we have terraform your world. They're saying kind of create your world. Create your world to suit you through your thoughts, through your words, and then following up with your actions. It's like creating with your spiritual team, manifesting, using these spiritual tools that you're working with. And it's like you create this kind of well-suited job or well-suited environment to bring in your dreams, okay? Which I like the sound of that. And then we have kinship, teamwork, connection, sharing, supporting. Yeah. So you are not using your old instincts to lead, or where you lord over others, or you're taking too much charge or taking too much responsibility in terms of the workload. This is about valuing each person in the team, being connected with people with a similar goal and vision, sharing and supporting. So it's a very you may have just really created this work environment or home. This can be also home in terms of the family, working harmoniously, listening to each other, solving problems with new methods, not like raising our voice or forcing our way. And we have the triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So through this discipline, spiritual kind of practice, and these things that you're putting the time and work in, and you're working on healing yourself, you're listening to the divine, and so there's this harmony. There's this harmony in the home or in the work environment. It could really be either. And then we have move your body, dance, breathe, and flow. So that is a very fire energy to me. I know it's at the water, but in terms of the movement, and so they're saying to move, one of the strategies for moving stagnant energies or difficult energies is to physically move your body. Okay, as a fire sign, it's like to, some people might absorb energies through the crystals. They're saying push them out through physical exertion. Okay, so that's kind of an interesting perspective. And then we also have the Hierophant. So this can be a Taurus, but this can also be these kind of traditions, traditional structures or governing bodies, value systems, people having a similar value system. So it may be showing the importance of that. Because these spiritual messages can be this kind of ideal or where they're wanting you to, their themes. So it's like showing where they would like things to be heading if they're not there yet. And then we have transformation. Wow. Beautiful. And this for me is my own personal, because I have personal meanings for these cards since I channel with them, is it's an ancestral card. It's an ancestor card. So it's about your ancestors pooling their energy behind you. All the dots on the wings to me represent ancestors going way back in time, kind of energizing your dreams, energizing what you're trying to accomplish, putting their energy behind you, being proud of you, being concerned with the bloodlines and wanting to see you achieve what they could not achieve. Okay, and they have this awareness from the other side, to assist you and to support you. Okay, so that's really nice. And we have friends and colleagues. So you're being supported by your team, by your ancestors, and also by friends and colleagues. This is a card of like finding your soul tribe. You see, everybody has this golden glow, and there's this, this kind of energy of support and love, and it's a very light feeling in the cards. It's like finding your spiritual tribe, finding your soul tribe, and having very supportive friends, people joining you and surrounding you at this time. They could be past friends, but also new connections. Okay? And then we have transformation. So you're getting this support system, this divine support. And it's not like a bunch of people standing around and all they're talking about is spiritual things. No, it's just that their energy is a match for what you're going through in terms of your transformation. And they can assist you in that going through kind of smoothly. You have 2 transformation cards here. Okay, so definitely something big is going on. And we have beginnings, adjustment, yeah. So that's why the support is there. Adjustment, shedding, new, release. So it's seeing what we need to let go of, seeing what needs to kind of fall away to make room for the new, adjusting to the changes, which can be difficult, and then shedding whatever is no longer serving us. Okay, getting focused. Yeah, because there's prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. So there is this alignment to bring in this kind of dream, this prosperity, possibly a work team that's very uniquely guided towards each other. It's like this kind of solid group that can really accomplish things. And there's this prosperous kind of outcome with it. And we have earth magic, nature, rituals, and charms. So they're wanting you to use your spiritual practices or those of your ancestors if you're connected to that. And but incorporating, making sure we're staying grounded and connected to the earth, walking barefoot on the grass. It's the perfect time of year now to get outdoors, to lay down on the grass, either in the park or in your yard if you have a yard. And, to kind of set your intentions with rituals. Set your intentions with rituals and have this kind of, symbolic meaning behind things as you're kind of bringing things into existence. It kind of is adding power to it. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So there's this reflection on the past. There's a reflection, inner reflection on investment, and so if you were the person doing all the work in the past, there's this inner reflection. I give 6 Pentacles. They give me back 1. There's this uneven distribution of the workload. And so they're wanting to kind of balance that out. But we're having this huge thing happening here with the divine. This can be an outpouring of kind of spiritual gifts and talents, abilities. It could be psychic, abilities, or if someone is a reader, or a healer, as we saw that you have this kind of healer as a central focus. It can also be a new love coming in, a divinely guided love, or spirit pouring out love on you and you're aware of it. It's like this connection, the spiritual connection with your divine team. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So for sure there's this prosperity, there's these destined events, there's this alignment for this very point in time. And so it's kind of things working in your favor. And it's almost like because you're doing the work, you're like joining your team and they're able to kind of work through you very easily. So going now into the main part of the reading, that's the end of the spiritual team messages. We have ego. Okay? Hurt ego getting in the way of the relationship. So that's what I was saying. There could be some kind of transition with a relationship based on the cards that I'm seeing, but we'll kind of see what the messages are. So it can be about facing shadow. It can be that one of the people, whether you fire signs or the people you're involved with, are having difficulties meeting halfway. We have dust it off. So your team could be telling you, to dust it off, to kind of, make the best of it, suck it up, whatever, and kind of get on with things. But it can be that one person's able to do that and the other isn't, One person may be doing all the hard work, putting in all the effort, okay, focused on it. And the other person may be listening to other people. You know, there's a broken heart here. And it's either from involving third parties, but we don't know yet for sure, but it's like this can be an indicator of a third party, or the family is a third party, or the buddies are a third party, you know, where they're putting in their 2 cents and really it's kind of weighing the relationship down and creating division. But one way or another, or somebody could be too focused on work, neglecting their relationship, and that could be causing a broken heart. So we'll just have to see the rest of the cards. But we have the 3 of Cups, so I feel like one person, this is like really good news, okay, that comes in, a reason to celebrate. And so somebody could be very focused on work. It's starting to pay off. There's opportunities coming in. But they're having a difficult time deciding whether or not they should take the opportunity. Okay, could be because the relationship is on rough waters and they're afraid that's going to be, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back. Okay, or it can be that somebody is getting, somebody is like working too hard and trying to take on too many things. Or it can be that somebody is kind of getting this good news and moving forward in their career. The other person may be juggling another option or juggling something, juggling too many things, you know, overworking. And then we have the Emperor. And it's kind of an Aries. This is an Aries card, or a Taurus sometimes, but very boss energy, very mature, very much someone with a lot of experience, somebody who has expertise. So it could be an opportunity with an Emperor that's coming in for one person. Could be that one of these people is kind of bossing up. We do have the Taurus card above as well. So that's why I'm saying it could be an Aries or a Taurus. But it's like this opportunity is coming in, and it's a solid, stable offer from an Emperor. Okay, and there's this insight and experience to be gained maybe from this opportunity, but it's like difficult to decide because it's going to create some kind of shifts, and it's going to create, you know, maybe upset the energy a little bit, or it's like just not ideal timing. We'll see. And if this is you, like as the Emperor, as a fire sign in this reading, you know, you may just be ready for bigger challenges. It's like you're bossing up, you're maturing, but somebody else in the relationship might be just kind of still messing around. And it's kind of putting this spotlight on it for you to kind of evaluate, you know, with the 7 of Pentacles, evaluate whether you should be investing in this, okay? We have Queen rising. This is very Leo energy, I have to say. This card reminds me of Leo energy. It is Beyonce on the card, but it's stepping into power, praised, coming up, and in the spotlight. So somebody is getting very empowered, glowing, very much stepping into the spotlight, being seen and heard for gifts, talents, and abilities, but it's creating family issues. See, that's what I'm seeing, this push and pull. Somebody rising up, somebody not being happy with it, feeling neglected, or maybe slightly less mature and kind of reacting in a way that's to get attention. And it's creating confusion for this queen is what I'm getting. Whether or not it's a good idea, you know, it's creating some kind of confusion or chaos. She's also, she or he, it doesn't matter, is getting a lot of opportunities and is having to sift through them. It's almost like this famine and then a feast. It's like all of a sudden everything opens up and it's having to make strategic moves and make wise decisions. But somebody is defensive in this situation. And this can be either the person who is not happy about the success of the other. You know, you have to kind of question yourself, though, if the person you're with is not supporting your growth, and, you know, you're going in 2 different directions, it may just be putting that pressure to kind of really evaluate things, see if it's in your highest and best good anymore. But there's this defensive kind of having to stand your ground. So that could be the person getting the opportunity. Like, look, I worked my butt off for this, you know, and it's my turn. You know, I've been doing this, and this for everybody else. And maybe it's because we're kind of seeing this overworking kind of pattern. And now it's like they want to maybe just want to do something that's really aligned with their soul purpose. And we have this Knight of Cups. So this can be a new person coming on the scene that is a love offer. Somebody has an interest in somebody and they're kind of coming to offer their cup. A lot of times this for me though is like an apology card, a sincere apology card with the Knight. And so, or somebody kind of returning, because we have the Six of Cups. Somebody returning from the past, could be a past love or this reunion, somebody you grew up with that always loved you, this kind of thing. Or a past life love that kind of shows up. A past life love or past life connection that shows up on the scene. Meaning a previous incarnation is what I mean to differentiate. It could be either of those situations. But there's this kind of feeling of knowing somebody for for lifetimes, because there's this reconnection possibly. There could be some romantic feelings stirred or some spiritual compatibility is what I'm also getting. This kind of idea that gets moving. The spiritual idea, because you're kind of manifesting something here. We have the Magician. Working with your team, bringing heaven to earth, using the tools, to bring about that reality. All right. So you're kind of manifesting this thing, but somebody's fighting it in your midst. So it's a little bit frustrating. And then we have a Tower. It's like something has to give. This unexpected kind of shakeup, which is usually divinely guided, to kind of tear down false structures, tear down false foundations. So, it can be a needed shakeup to either reevaluate or to bring changes, or it could be getting some kind of, shocking news. But again, it's like divinely guided. It's news you would need to know anyway. Okay. And we have wants you back. Yeah. So I feel like the shakeup could be some news that comes in regarding that person. Since we have the Three of Swords, it's a possibility. We have same shit, different day. So there can be a repetition pattern of this kind of person being a little bit of a player, or a pattern of them listening to other people and not paying attention to the person, giving their voice more influence. And it's like irritating because we have this repetition of the Three of Swords. So somebody either isn't learning their lesson, or they haven't made the changes that were necessary that may have been discussed over here. Now they're wanting the person back, and we have same shit. So drama is kicking up in the midst of this person trying to celebrate this kind of accomplishment, for their work, which is kind of, not a great energy, to be honest. And then we have unfazed. So either you're unfazed, either the person getting the good news is unfazed, like I am doing this, I don't care what you say, that kind of thing. Or the person causing the drama is unfazed. It's like they tear up everything and then they just act like, kind of immature, just like, oh well, so there's a kind of a uncomfortable energy right there. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Now there's similar energies to the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio message, so you may want to listen to that one, especially if you're dealing with a water sign. We have the Four of Pentacles, and with the Four of Pentacles, it's very much like somebody's holding on, but it's like time to let go. There's no longer stability there. There's a new offer or opportunity. It's almost like this person's life just keeps growing. One thing opens up, the next thing opens up. It just builds, and this is divine backing. So good luck to the person who is... Sorry, I'm not sure why this is not focusing. Good luck to the person trying to stop this, because this is kind of like the divine support to really make things happen. Take it to the next level, okay? Aligning people who could really make things happen for you. And again, we have this Three of Swords in the, right in there, influencing things. So is somebody really going to sacrifice that opportunity for someone who has a pattern? Potentially the other person. Now, it could be one person is doing all of this as well. But the story I'm picking up is that it's like somebody's just wanting this stability, focus on the career, focus on dreams, spiritual work possibly. And they're making the choice to kind of walk away from something that is no longer working, something that can't go any further without the hard work. They peaked, the relationship peaked. And without people making changes, it's not going to really go anywhere. And so they're walking away towards the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. So I just wanted to mention a few cards in the outgoing energy. We have Too Busy Winning. Somebody is just winning. answering the call on their life, answering the call of their ancestors. They're operating in their intuition as the high priestess, you know. So there's all of this energy kind of supporting them, unexpected mentor, okay? But there's these attempts for someone to create this stuck energy. So I would just be aware of that. Be aware if somebody is wanting reconciliation, to see if this is something that you really want to entertain, because we're kind of seeing this thing play out with some challenges. That's all for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, I wish you love, light, and much happiness.